Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where you'll notice it's one day later than it was previously. Literally the only thing that happened was we hit the financial report. The reason that was not part of this episode was because it was part of this episode. Except that the RogueTech servers were down. Yeah, the RogueTech downtime cost us that day. Unfortunate. But RogueTech is back up now, and let's go ahead and tick forward. Like I said, literally the only thing that happened was that we paid the financial report. That's literally the only difference. So let's proceed here. Once the Hunchback finishes up, I do have a note. Yes, I should have waited on that, actually. I didn't want to tick forward that day because it's probably going to, well, not really come back and bite us, but it was a slight inefficiency there. At any rate, we're going to open up the store here, and we're going to purchase 1 ton of AC2 ammo. There we go. And now I can get rid of my note at long last. We're going to refit the Hunchy, and we are going to toss that ton of AC2 ammo directly into the slightly more armored leg. Fantastic. So we're going to toss that in there.
I'll let you know when that's done.
And the Hunchy is now going to take 1 day. That's fine. We'll tick forward that 1 day. Okay, so we could theoretically do another engineering upgrade here. The question is, do we want to? I mean, this one's pretty cheap, to be sure. I would like to start getting some medical points, but that's a little on the expensive side. Of course, medical points are just generally a little bit on the expensive side. So I guess we'll go for a low G pool. Excellent. Okay, so now let's go ahead and deploy, shall we? Although before we do that, we should do Mech Warrior training, that is for sure. Buzz can grab Bandit, absolutely. Death Crusade, you can take another point in gunnery. We'll take it. Glaive, you're fine. LaFay, you're fine as well. Overhead, take that sweet, sweet tactics point. Ringo, you can grab a piloting point. Scrub, you're fine, and Wildfire, you are fine. Okay, let's see what we've got in here. Now that the servers are up, I have no idea what we're gonna find. This one is quasi non-terrible. Yeah, I guess we can go for this. This is a battle in the Highlands. It's okay on the salvage. This is almost exactly 200k for a priority salvage. I think we'll probably sit right here. We do need cash. I'm going to regret it the moment we have some actual salvage, that's for sure. And we're going to bring the stiletto in here. So we're going to need, ideally, somebody with stiletto. Oh, wait. We could bring, instead of the fire starter, we could bring the Vulcan. Death Crusade does not have stiletto affinities, but that's okay. We can get him stiletto affinities. The Vulcan, we're going to put here, and we're going to put Ringo in the Vulcan. Excellent. So this is about what we can drop here. So we should definitely put Glaive in the Hunchback, but Glaive isn't going to hit very much from the long-range position that the Hunchback is designed to be in, so that's okay. He'll get there. Yes, I'm aware we have underweight mechs. That is okay. Absolutely no worries whatsoever on that front. So that should be fine. This is a battle in the Highlands versus the Steiners. So we are, of course, expecting to go up against, like, 8 Atlases. I mean, realistically, if that was the case, we'd just run around behind them and backstab them to death. That would be the plan. But we're not going to run into 8 Atlases. It will be interesting to see what we run into, for sure. That's always an entertaining bit of this. But we'll see. This is just a standard battle. We may or may not have allies. They may or may not have reinforcements. I do generally consider this loading screen length to be inauspicious. We'll see if it truly is or not, but as of right now. Okay. So we're going into the loading screen at this point. Fantastic. That was definitely lengthy. So we need to destroy terrorist units. We finally tracked down the Lyran terrorists responsible for a deadly attack on one of our facilities. Unfortunately, even though there's only 2 of them, they're extremely heavily armed and very, very dangerous. That's why we're turning to you. We simply don't have the forces available to reach them before they strike again. I should have read this before I chose to only have 1 in 7 salvage. Okay. This seems really straightforward, Commander. I'm not too worried about extremely heavily armed. Sure, it's nothing we haven't dealt with before.
Command interface initiated.
Okay. So there are other people here? Sure. But they're not us. Ooh, this is not very far that we can deploy here. Okay, we're going to deploy right here and hope for the best.
All right. Keep your eyes clear and watch your sensors.
So the question is, what are we up against, and how badly will I regret not having the salvage? We're about to find out.
Heading out.
No contact. Fascinating. I actually did expect contact there.
Coordinates received.
Okay, well, we'll just close in with everything we've got for now. And we will see about getting ourselves some vision here. That's a contact. Okay, this guy didn't appear until we got very close.
All right.
We are out of combat, so we will position, like, up here. I'm going to try to not... Okay, yeah, we knew that this was the other team. That's a wasp? Okay, I don't regret a wasp.
Ready for orders.
Here's the thing, I'd like to get into the rear arc here, and we actually can do that. Put the narc launcher up top. We don't know where the other terrorist is. We did miss. That's very unfortunate.
Oh, come on.
Nevertheless, that's a kill. Okay.
Target eliminated.
It's a von Luckner, a Condor, and a Commando. Okay, I'm a little concerned about the Gauss rifle that might be in that von Luckner. We'll see. I'm not sure about that specific variant. I'm actually going to close way, way in here with the stiletto.
No problem.
Yeah, we're definitely concerned about this guy. We're going to blow him up. Okay, good armor shred there. Okay, so these are the other team, presumably. Although there's a hostile drop zone here. Interesting. Okay, we're going to move up with this Centurion... Actually, with this Centurion first, I believe. Yes. We're going to move up here. We're going to fire on that von Luckner in that same weakened side arc. Light him up. That should be a kill, I think. Just a structure exposure? Okay, well, it is a kill now with this Centurion, for sure. We're going to fire this in X6 mode. And that is dead. Okay, that was an AC-20 variant to the von Luckner. I'm still very happy. Okay, so this is a Lyran support lance over here. So then they have a Commando and a Condor. Yeah, I'm actually glad we went for the cash instead of the salvage. We're going to step forward with the Blackjack here. I would like to get direct LOS, and in fact we can if we position here. And then we can fire on the Commando. Now our hit odds are really bad, so we're not going to. Okay. I mean, that's a pretty standard Condor loadout, probably AC 2 or 5. Or, we actually know, that's an AC 10. I was going to say 2 or 5 at that range. Firing an AC 10 at that range is interesting, to say the least. We're going to close in with our Vulcan here. And our Ghost as well. We're going to close into about here.
Roger that.
Not going to fire, we're just in this dip right now.
Ready for orders.
Now this Hunchy is going to position up on this ridge, and I would like to fire on this. Our hit odds are really low, but we have lots of ammo. Well, that went poorly. Well, we didn't expect it to go well. Okay, there's the Castilian bounty hunters. So we don't actually know what's over here just yet. Oh, okay, we see a Ripper, we see a Venom, we see a Prowler, and we see a Cattle Master. That is pretty deeply uninspiring in terms of their power level. Okay, we're gonna light up this Ripper as best we can. If we can beacon this guy, he's pretty dead. And we did beacon him. That is a big deal right there. Okay, we will see what the Steiners decide to do about the Castilians. Ignore them and shoot at the stiletto. Okay, I can work with that.
Waiting for
Not my
orders.
preferred, to be sure. We are going to move the Vulcan up here to engage this
Alright.
commando. We'll pot shot him.
All winds are moved.
Ah, yeah, 9 damage. That's fine.
Yeah.
The Ghost is going to move up over here, and the
Roger
Ghost's
that.
job here is to finish off that Ripper. Yeah, I don't care about that. We're not going to fire the Rocket 20 here, but we are going to fire everything else and look to take out that Ripper.
I'll give it to him
Fantastic.
then. That's a junker.
What next? Well, these guys are going to move. They're going to move their Venom. That's fine.
Orders?
I'm thinking here about having our Stiletto come over here and engage these guys. And I think I will. We'll move the Stiletto over to here. And we're only going to fire the SRM here.
Locked on time.
16 damage. We'll take it.
Yep.
Next, our Centurion is, I think, going to engage these guys as well. This is our long-range Centurion. I'm just going to check our hit odds on that guy. Yeah, 12%. Hard pass on that one. And I think we'll just fire the LRM at the Venom. We've already stripped most of the armor out of that CT.
Attacking from position.
Okay, sounds good. The Condor moves up. We'll see what it does. Fires on the Ghost, misses both shots. Fantastic. The Cattle Master, positioning oddly there. I don't think I agree with that Cattle Master's positioning.
Commander.
The Centurion's going to come out over this direction, and I want to fire on that Venom. Absolutely. Light him up. Ooh, that was a pretty spicy hit there, actually. Those Venoms can't really take those heavy rifle hits very well. Excellent.
Waiting for
The
orders.
Blackjack is going to position up over here.
Confirmed.
We're going to keep going for that Venom.
Confirmed.
Okay. Yeah, the Venom's not doing so well. So I'm going to move the Hunchback over here. I suspect we're going to go for the Condor again. I'm afraid of stray shots out over this direction with that Gauss rifle. So let's go for the Condor and hopefully we don't stray shot the Ghost. That'd be awkward.
Target.
I don't believe we did.
Damn it.
I'm not surprised that we're not hitting with the Hunchy at this range. This guy is not a very good pilot. He'll get there, but right now he is not. Commando moves over a little bit, fires on the Ghost. Completely irrelevant, doesn't do any damage. Okay.
Yeah.
The long-range Centurion is going to close in over this way. And I think we absolutely fire on the Venom here in X6 mode.
Copy that.
Internal damage there. We'll take that.
Receiving you.
The Raven, I'm actually going to send out after the Condor. We're going to move up over here. We're going to try to narc this guy. We succeeded in narking him. Fantastic. We've had some good rolls on those narcs this mission. I like it.
Receiving you.
Stiletto, at this point, is apparently incapable of meleeing this guy.
Ready for orders.
Yeah, incapable of meleeing this guy at this time. That's fine. We're going to move slightly out of the line of fire here then.
Confirmed.
And I think that we are going to fire on the Venom. And I think we're even going to fire the eye rocket. Because we're just crit fishing in that center torso. Didn't really get it, but that's fine.
Nice hit on that one.
That wasn't about putting the heat in. That was just about crit fishing there.
Gone.
Okay, a little bit of damage to the stiletto, but that's not too bad, really. Considering the situation.
By.
The Centurion is going to step up.
Roger.
I think that we definitely can't afford to fire the ER medium laser. I'm going to not fire the heavy rifle here, too, for heat considerations, and we'll just crit fish again. Nothing? That's fine. Phase 15, that is the Condor moving. Firing on the Raven, missing everything. Fantastic. And next up is, in fact, the Venom. Fires on the Blackjack with its PPC and misses, and we'll see where it ace pilots to. I'm assuming it has ace pilot. Yes, it does.
Ready for order.
As expected. We're going to step up here with the Blackjack
Move order received.
and fire on that Venom.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
Okay, a little bit of internal damage there,
Here.
not much. I'm going to send the Ghost up over this direction. I do want to work on that Condor.
I'm telling it. Yes, I am.
Okay, light him up. That's not a lot of damage, but it's some.
I'm here.
The Vulcan is, of course, continuing to close in on the Commando,
Acknowledged.
and we're gonna fire. Sad that we keep missing the Ultra Autocannon, but I'm not super shocked. Luckily, the Ultra Autocannon hasn't jammed. They're firing on the Hunchy? Okay, that's irrelevant.
Damage is minor, Commander.
Indeed. They can do that all day.
Yes, Commander.
The Hunchback is gonna step up over here,
Aye, aye.
and in terms of hit odds... Yeah, I'm not surprised that the Venom is the one to go for. We did get a hit there. We'll take it.
Scored a critical hit.
That's the first direct fire support hit out of the Hunchy. And the Stiletto is going to come in here, and I think we just go straight down the middle for a kick.
And now,
That's a hit.
that
Okay, an ejection. Perfect. I was going to say. That was the right call by them. So we're going to move up through the fire with the Raven.
move order received.
And then we're going to fire on the Condor. We did manage to narc it again. That's great. Phase 19. Who is that? The Commando? That's the Commando. Very bold. I would have put my back to the wall, but you know what? Okay.
Commander.
The Ghost is going to sprint up to here into this side arc. The question is, do we fire the rockets at this time? The answer is yes. 75 armor in the rear arc means we may as well.
Everything.
And that's a vehicle destruction. Fantastic.
Target destroyed.
Okay,
SRMs
next
are
up,
gone.
this Centurion is going to close in over this way.
I'll do what I can.
What are our hit odds like? Okay, we fire on the Prowler then. X3 mode. I'm going to fire the Chaff here too. Fantastic.
I'm receiving you.
The Vulcan is... Is this rear arc here? This is absolutely rear arc. This Commando mispositioned in a big way. We're going to give this a go. Not the best hit odds on the kick, but if we hit the kick, that's a big deal. And we did hit the kick. No more evasive on that Commando. Which means the Ultra Autocannon hits. Destroys the MML. Not bad.
Critical hit.
That Commando is probably next turn going to be delayed pretty substantially. Okay, at this point, this is the heavy rifle ER medium laser Centurion. We're just going to sprint into the water here. We don't have LOS to fire, but that's okay. I wanted to sink heat. The Cattle Master moves up, fires on the Stiletto. It's got that rotary rifle and Inferno ammo. Okay, that's fine.
Orders.
Blackjack is going to step up over here. And looking at these hit odds, it's the Prowler. We can't fire the Bombast. Not the best, but some armor shred. We'll take it.
Good to go.
Okay. Our Hunchback here is going to step up. And
way.
let's see here. 29.8, huh? Technically, the Commando is the best hit odds. I sure hope we can't hit the Vulcan over there.
Roger.
Well, we can't hit the Commando either, so it's all good.
That's a miss.
Indeed it is. Okay, the Castilians are going to go for the Centurion. That's fine. They can do that.
That's all you got?
Apparently.
Yes, Commander.
Well, our Raven is definitely going to head in over this way. I would love to narc this Prowler. We'll see if it goes. And it did! We haven't missed a narc yet this mission. I like it.
Something I can do.
Oh, absolutely. You can move up to here.
Coordinates received.
Now that she's speaking probably means, yeah, we're better off firing on the Prowler in theory. But I'm actually going to fire on the Cattle Master because we have reasonable hit odds here, and we're not going to have that with our other mechs. Not on the Cattle Master, anyway.
What do you need?
The Centurion will move up,
Moving to position.
and we're going to fire on absolutely the Prowler here. Looks like X2 mode.
Confirmed.
Okay, reasonable.
Barely hit, Commander.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yes, Commander.
The Vulcan is just going to redo this melee attack. Oh, are we incapable of meleeing now? Apparently we are. If we were to reserve, this would fix it, but this guy would probably end up moving in that time, so it's a bug, but I think that we can kill him with just his fire. Yep, fantastic.
Enemy eliminated.
There we go.
Yeah.
Now then, our ghost is... Where is our ghost? Ah. Have to change the camera angle there to figure it out. Our ghost is going to just sprint over here. The heat is pretty high, so we'll allow the heat to sink.
Commander?
This Centurion will step in
I'm
here
there.
in the water, which will allow us to fire on... Actually, our hit odds are better on the Cattle Master, which baffles me a little bit. I guess we just got a better sensor roll there.
10-4.
We'll take that structure exposure, for sure.
Scored a critical hit.
Okay, the Cattle Master moves now. We'll see what it does. That's pretty cute. Okay.
Commander.
I don't care about that.
On my
The
way.
Blackjack will move up. Almost certainly the Prowler will be the target of choice here for the Blackjack. Yeah, since it is narked. We're not going to fire the Bombast, obviously. Oof, only 2 hits there. Unfortunate.
Standing by.
Well, the Hunchy will close in a bit.
Confirmed.
And let's take a look here. 16.9, 14.7. Technically, the Cattle Master is the better hit odds here.
Firing on target.
Now, we did miss, but that's not a surprise given those hit odds.
That didn't hit.
Nope, it did not. And we're not shocked by this either. Okay. Sure. Go for the Hunchy. And then Ace Pilot through the fire. I like it.
Yeah. What can
So
I
at this
do you
point, the Stiletto is going to move up here. And we're just going to kick the Cattle Master's rear arc. Get it
for? On my
unsteady.
way. Put my
Boop.
weight into it.
Fantastic. Okay.
Waiting for orders.
The Raven is going to position up over here.
I get you. On the move.
Technically, we're better off narking the Cattle Master, and I'll happily take that. We succeeded the narc again. That's pretty good.
Target's taking a critical hit.
Yep.
Okay, so the Centurion is going to move up here.
Copy that.
Probably best off hitting the Cattle Master again. Yeah, absolutely. I think we fire this in X6.
Targeting unknown.
Technically, we probably shouldn't have,
Nice. SRM
but it doesn't
around.
end up mattering. So that's a knockdown there. Blackjack is just going to stay put. And light up that Bessie. The Stealth X has now been destroyed. Okay. And an ejection. We'll take it.
Waiting for orders.
So the Centurion will move up here. Hopefully we don't stray shot with that heavy rifle. That would be awkward.
Take this.
Ooh, 14 damage. Sure.
Yes, Commander.
The Vulcan is going to position off over this way. This is a very long-range pot shot. I'm not even going to bother taking it.
Commander.
The Ghost is... I would love to get into rear arc here. Unfortunately, that's not really an option. We can position up here, though. And I like it. Ah, we missed the melee. Sad.
Guess Mama could have tried again.
We still got some good damage in there, though, so that's fine.
Red.
The Hunchy is going to fire on that Prowler, but not, I think... No, we're going to roll it. We're probably going to stray shot the Ghost here.
Affirmative.
I'm actually shocked that we didn't stray shot.
Missed.
We missed everything, but that's okay. I would prefer that over the stray shot. Okay, sure, 15 more damage to the Hunchy. We don't care.
I'm showing minor damage.
Very, very irrelevant there. The Prowler then moves through the fire again.
Standing by.
An interesting choice, to be sure.
Position confirmed. Run.
Continuing to narc him, but that's a structure exposure and may well be a kill. Not yet, but he will definitely die this round.
I'm taking...
Yeah.
At the very least, he'll die to burn damage. Or, you know, to LRMs. That works too.
One more for the scrap.
Okay, let's get out of here. Just simple bad luck. Fantastic.
Mission successful.
So yeah, I'm actually not too sad that we didn't get much salvage out of that mission. When they said extremely heavily armed, I did expect something a little bit more than a Commando and a Von Luckner, I'll be honest. So what do we got here? I mean, we could take a Von Luckner part, but that's an AC-20 variant, and I think hard pass on that. Maybe take a heavy PPC. A heavy PPC is a pretty good option. A couple of Thunderbolt 5s, I think I'll pass on that. Ooh, a UAC-10. I'd love it to have a UAC-10 as well. I think we'll take the UAC-10, and then hope that we get some of these other things. Double heatsink, PPC capacitor, heavy PPC, those would all be nice. Fingers crossed, but probably not going to happen. Couple of Cattle Master parts, SRM6. I'll get rid of that. 3 ferrofibrous armors. We'll actually keep those. We did get the double heatsink kit and the PPC capacitor. Okay. 10% failure chance on activation. Ooh, that's a big failure chance. 15% additional failure chance on consecutive turns. Deals crit to self on failure. Yikes. To the point where I almost don't want to use this. When destroyed explodes as well? I'm not sure that's worth the 20% increased PPC damage, especially when the primary usage of the PPC is going to be for the sensor reduction, as well as minesweeping capabilities with the ECM pulse. I don't use PPC for its damage output. I'm just going to sell it. I think that that's more trouble than it's worth. That does get us 100 KC bills, so I will happily take that. But yeah, I just use the PPC for reducing the sensor rolls and clearing minefields. I think that the damage per ton per heat calculus that you have to do there just doesn't work in the favor of PPCs. They run too hot and are too heavy for what they give you in terms of damage. Like, when you could put in, like, an autocannon of some type instead, like, I don't... Or an ultra autocannon, I don't see the point. No, I just run it for the sensor reduction. And technically, we don't even have a PPC right now. Yeah, go ahead and do that, Yang. That will take very little time. It is about time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we will finish these repairs and get ourselves some additional cash. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.